皆さんおはようございます。今日は7月の30日の木曜日です。いかがお過ごしでしょうか。日本もそろそろ梅雨が明けたんでしょうか。私は相変わらず Uber でふらふらと街をさまよっています。出会いを求めて。出会い系アプリです。Uber。皆さんおすすめです。出会い系ですね。人恋しい人は Uber をしましょう。ではですね、また後ほど、出会いの様子をお伝えします。では良い一日をお過ごしください。
Are there restrictions really big in Japan?
Yes, still, not that big, but I mean the Tokyo, you know the Tokyo,
Yes,
right? The
it's
biggest
huge.
capital, yeah, huge.
Yeah.
So they have a large number of the cases, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, on the top of that, the Japanese people are very careful.
Yes.
So they take some time to ease the regulation, you know, to
Right.
be safe, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
As it should.
Yeah, Japanese people, you know, they have a habit of wearing the mask even before the COVID pandemic, right?
I think Asian countries.
Asian in general, yes. Yeah. Ahead, or maybe I don't know, you know, just you know, their culture is agriculture, right?
Yeah.
So they depend on one another
Yes.
to make the product, right? The
Yeah.
crop, right?
Yeah.
So that's the way they are, you know.
Yeah.
It's just different, you know.
It is.
Yeah,
very
yeah,
different,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
awesome, honestly.
Yeah.
I moved here from Colombia,
Oh, Colombia, okay.
and my first homestay,
Mm-hmm.
my roommate was Japanese,
Oh, really?
and then after that she moved away. I have another Japanese roommate.
Oh,
Most
you
of
did?
my roommates have
Really?
been Japanese.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
I have a great relationship with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My best friend is actually Japanese.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
wow.
although she says she's like, some people don't consider her Japanese because she's from Okinawa.
Okay. Okay.
And because it's like an American base,
yes.
they're
Yeah.
like a home mix and they have their own dialect.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
The language
so-
I don't understand, you know. Their language.
Where are you from in Japan?
I'm from Osaka, Japan.
Nice.
Yeah. You know the Osaka?
I have a roommate from there, so
Oh, really?
I do know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a roommate from Kobe,
Kobe, yeah.
Hina, Kobe.
Nara, maybe. I don't know. Kobe.
No, there was one with H. I don't remember exactly which one was it.
Yeah. Okay. You have a Japanese roommates, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had a lot of
Yeah,
Japanese
you have a
roommates,
lot of. Yeah.
and I had a great. They taught me so much,
Yeah.
and eventually, I do want to learn Japanese.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Oh, really?
It's very complicated, but
Yeah. You know, it's not as clear as other language, right? Because we sometimes, you know, we don't express the subject, you know,
no.
right? So that it's, you know, you have to somehow guess, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's one of the factors makes the Japanese language difficult to learn.
Yeah. Like honestly, it's a little bit also like in Spanish. We sometimes will not mention the subject,
Oh, really?
but sometimes you will. It's kind of given.
Oh, yeah. Same.
It's- so
yeah.
it's kinda
same
the
thing.
same.
Yeah. Same. No, Japanese culture is not so expressive. You know, they hide their emotion and the feeling,
Right.
right? Because the society is very important for them, right?
Oh.
So sometimes, you know, the group, the society, public comes first before the individual. So that, you know, it's very difficult to be who you are sometimes, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I know like
yeah.
PDA or like public displays of affection, it's like not a thing in Japan because it's like we're together but we don't kiss in public, we don't hug in public, we don't.
Yeah.
Now like that's Latin America is so different.
Yeah.
We cried in the middle of the street. We
Right.
we hugged.
Yeah. That's something we really admire in the Western culture or in your culture, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we like to do that, but we hesitate to do so. I mean, you know, at the bottom of our heart, right? We
Yeah.
like to express our emotion, of
Yeah.
course. But like I said, you know, social pressure, and we care about other people's feeling, so we don't want to disturb other people's feeling. That's why we hide our emotion.
You put society before yourself. That's interesting.
Yeah. So sometimes it's too much. That's why people, you know, commit suicide. You know, I mean, die from overwork.
Yeah.
they try to meet the expectation of the society,
Yeah.
so that you have to kill your emotion. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that makes you crazy. You know what I mean? You cannot think rationally at the end. You know.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes it's unhealthy. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was supposed to travel home in May,
In May. Yeah.
but I couldn't.
Yeah.
It was really bad. Back home, it's a whole mess because people. Now that's the problem too.
Yeah.
Like on your side, it's like people hide their emotions, right?
Right.
On our side, it's that we show our emotions.
Show, yes,
right?
yes.
And we sometimes don't care about the society.
Right.
Look, we have so many cases of COVID.
Oh, I
so
see.
many.
I see.
Because so many people goes out and they do not care
Yeah.
about how many people is dying.
Yeah.
So that's the downside
Downside. Yeah.
of my society, I would say.
Right.
Whereas here's actually really nice.
Nice. Yes. Yeah.
It's like a combination of both.
Yes. Socialistic country. No. I mean
Yeah.
the States, right? America.
Oh
They
my
are
God.
extreme case, right? Yes.
Yeah.
They're more individualistic, right?
Oh
But
yeah.
here, Canada, I think it's good. I mean, Canada is a good country, right? I think.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Great country. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm immigrating here, so I'm
Yeah.
like, I love it.
I think this is the beautiful city, but lots of people come here, not just from other parts of Canada, but from other countries, right?
Yes.
So especially the housing and everything, it's,
I think
it's
Chinese
unaffordable.
immigration here was so big
Yeah.
that they made all the house prices go
Yes.
up.
Yes.
And that's not a saying, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
actually
Yes,
proven.
that's a fact. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah. And also the money laundering, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Those gambling money
Oh my god.
turn to the properties. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Like I don't know how people can afford living in downtown, honestly.
Yeah.
Because I find it so pricey. Where I live, it's not far from downtown, but not so close. And I don't pay that much. And I've been living there for 3 years.
3 years. Yeah.
And I love where I live anyway.
Yeah. Where I pick you up is your place you
Yeah.
live. Right? Yeah. Yeah. That's a nice house.
It is
yeah.
it's a newer house.
New. Yeah. Very new. Yeah.
My landlady, she made it 5 years ago,
5
4
years
years
ago.
ago.
Yeah. Very new.
Yeah. She lived in Calgary, I think.
Oh yeah.
And she's immigrated from Hong Kong.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's so cheap compared to the houses in Hong Kong, right? Hong Kong is so expensive.
Is it? I had no idea.
Hong Kong is the most expensive city to live in. I mean, in terms of housing, Hong Kong is the worst.
Really?
Really. That's why lots of Hong Kong people come to Canada
Yes, that
to
makes
live.
so much sense.
Yeah, yes. It's too expensive. And the people in Hong Kong, they have lived in the British culture, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that they speak English and they have accustomed to the culture too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's easier for them to live in Canada.
Very understandable.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Hong Kong is very hot too, in the summertime. So not just the housing problem, but the climate. So Vancouver is very, very nice in terms of the weather.
Yeah.
In the summertime, it's
Yeah.
very dry. It doesn't get too hot. Hot. I mean, it doesn't get too cold in the winter time.
Yeah.
So it's very ideal for them.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Very
they have
quiet.
friends or families who has already settled down here, right?
Yes.
So yeah, it's easier for them to start their new life,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's convenient. It's
Convenient.
cheaper,
Yeah, cheaper.
than Hong Kong.
Yeah. In many ways, Vancouver is ideal.
Yeah.
After I start working for Uber, I meet people from all over the world, right?
Yeah.
And then I start learning many things from the riders, right?
Yeah.
So their story makes me, want to go to their places,
Right.
Yeah. So
There's so much out there.
yeah, so what's up there?
I wanna one of the main countries that I do want to visit. That's for sure. It's Japan.
Yeah. Your roommates, right?
Yeah, I'm like that's gonna be in the list. And I would like to go to New Zealand and Australia.
New Zealand, eh?
Yeah.
And Australia, yeah. You
Yeah.
meet people from those countries a lot here in Vancouver.
Especially Australians.
Australians, yeah.
They love coming to Whistler and then
Yeah, Whistler, yeah.
and then they come down here.
Yeah,
They're very nice people.
yeah.
I have a few people that I met from Australia that I had good experience with.
They are similar to Canadian, right? I think.
I don't
Are
have a
they
lot of
different?
Canadian friends, but I do know a few, and they're very nice. It's just here is just different too for me, because sometimes I feel Canadians are a little colder.
And they're kind of conservative, I think.
Some of them are very conservative. That is problematic for me.
You know, one of the studies shows that Canada is one of the countries where you have a hard time to make friends. I mean, the local people.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That is so true.
Yeah. I found Americans are more friendly.
Yes.
Yeah,
That is so true.
yeah.
I totally agree with you. My ex-boyfriend was from the States.
States, yeah.
He lives here,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a Canadian citizen as well now.
Okay.
And I got along so well with him, like so well, because he was very straightforward.
Straightforward,
If he didn't like something, he will tell me,
Mhm.
and we would have that open
Right.
communication.
Yeah.
Whereas people here,
Yeah.
because they're so nice, they'd rather not tell you,
Right.
and I find that so annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And people here are they're very close. They don't let new people come into their group unless they want to.
Yes, yes.
And I'm like, that's so frustrating. Because me as an immigrant, I want to meet people here, like local culture, right? But no, they don't want that.
It's kind of similar to Japanese people, you know.
But I feel like because you guys moved away, like the people that I have met here, because you guys moved away, you kind of are used to it. You're used to new people coming to your life because of the same reason.
But if you live in Japan, you realize, because you met Japanese people living in Canada, right? So it's
Yeah.
kind of different, Is this
That
where
is
you
true.
live?
Oh no, it's fine. I can just
Yeah,
walk there
okay.
because the street is closed.
Is that okay?
Yeah, of
okay.
course.
Nice talk.
Talking to you, my
Have a good kayaking
Oh,
today.
thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Enjoy
Thank
your
you.
day.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.
Bye. 機関銃のように喋ってましたね。また後ほど。